Hi, I'm John from Eurovision Ireland, and I'm here with Rachel, who's taking part in the Late Late Show National Final for Ireland on RTE on Friday, the 4th of February at 9:35 p.m. How's it going, Rachel?
Hello, it's lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
Excellent, excellent. It's great to chat to you because let's be honest, you've got a bit of a banger. Your song, it's a bit of a banger when we hear it. So you never know. So first
Definitely,
of
it's
all,
an absolute bop. It's an earworm as well, I think.
it definitely is, yeah. So, can you tell us a bit about the song and how you came to collaborate with the four songwriters whose names I'm not going to mention because I might offend the Swedes out there?
I know they're quite hard to pronounce. I think I still get some of them wrong. Yeah, so it came about it's quite a strange way it happened. So the song was submitted obviously to the Irish Eurosong, and there was no Irish artist with the song at the time, but the song got chosen for the final, but they had no Irish artist, so they had to go looking for one. I think RTE gave them one or two names, but that didn't work out for whatever reason, and so the songwriters took to Instagram. And they, you know, the way on Instagram there's hashtags, and you can hashtag various things. So in most of my posts, I hashtag Irish singer. So the songwriters, that's what they looked up when they were trying to find a singer, and they found me. They obviously went through my profile. They watched, I put videos up all the time, so they watched my videos. They then obviously went and looked at a bit about my background on my website and stuff like that, and they really liked what they saw. They said they loved my voice, they loved my vibe, they loved my look, and they thought that I would really suit the song. So I got a message on Instagram to say that the song was in the final of the Euro song, and they said, look, we know your kind of background is more country and folk and you're classically trained, but we think you're fab and would you sing our song? So I was kind of, when I saw the message, I was like, oh wow. So I just said, look, let me hear the song and we'll go from there. And they told me, it's very 80s, retro vibe. So I listened to the song and I thought it was great. I just thought it was really catchy. It made me very happy because it's a lively song. I don't think you could listen to it and feel sad. I loved the lyrics. I think it's very important to love yourself, and that's what the song is all about. So yeah, we organised a Zoom for me to sing it to them so they could hear me singing it, and that was it. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So, have you actually met them in person?
No.
Will they be coming
So
over for the Late Late Show next?
Um, so because the restrictions in Ireland were like really strict lately, they hadn't organised to come over, but now the restrictions have just been lifted. So everyone in Ireland's a bit like, whoa, because we were like, it was really strict for so long, and now all of a sudden they're like, oh, you don't have to social distance, and we're like, what? So the songwriters were looking at possibly coming over, but obviously it's a week to the show, so I'm not sure if they will or not, but they'll be tuning in somehow if they're not there in person.
I guess it would be great to actually meet up with the people whose song you're singing at some point. Yeah.
It would, yeah, but like I mean, we keep meeting via Zoom, so like I mean, where would we be without Zoom at the minute? It's amazing, but they're so nice. Like they're such a lovely bunch. It's a pleasure to work with them.
So we've got the Late Late Show coming up. Can you tell us anything about what your staging is going to be?
Okay, so I mean, quite like the lyric video, there's going to be neon there, some neon vibes, sequins. We are allowed dancers now. We weren't allowed dancers before because obviously the restrictions, and now they're gone. So I was like, please can we have dancers? So yeah, I think we're gonna have dancers. So yeah, it should be hopefully quite a fun and vibrant staging to match the song.
Excellent! Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to tune in. Now you've mentioned that you're a classically trained as performer. Who are your inspirations?
Um, oh, so it's funny when I get asked this question. I could literally pick one from each genre of music because I love so many genres, you know what I mean? But if I was to really whittle it down, I'm a massive fan of Patsy Cline. I mean, and a massive country star. I just love her voice. I love everything about her. She really connects to everything she sings, and that for me is really important. I think you really need to connect to the words. And who else? I love Mary Black. She's an Irish folk singer. I absolutely love her. And Celine Dion. I mean, come on, she's like one of the best singers like that ever walked the earth, in my opinion.
So Celine's actually won the Eurovision Song Contest in Dublin.
Yeah.
So we've got to put a Eurovision slant on this. What are your Eurovision memories?
Um. So if I think back, one of the strongest memories for me that stands out is the year that Sweden won with Euphoria. And I think that moment stands out to me the most because I don't know, I think it's just one of my favorite songs from the whole of the Eurovision. And I remember watching it that year and, you know, it was going country by country. And as soon as that song came on, I was literally like, that's it. That has to be the winner. If that doesn't win, I'm not watching this again. But like, I mean, I was being dramatic. But I was like, that has to win. And I was like, that's going to be in the nightclub this weekend. And at the time I was a lot younger, so I used to go out a lot, you know. And it won, and it was in the nightclub that weekend, and I remember being like, this song is amazing, like dancing away, you know, in the nightclub. So that's obviously a big memory. And yeah, like, I mean, in terms of like favorite songs and stuff like that, I mean, thinking back, a lot of my favorite songs are probably Irish. I loved, you know, the old Irish ballads, In Your Eyes, Why Me, Rock and Roll Kids. I think that's a fabulous song. Yeah, I mean, Ireland did really well for like we've had 7 wins. So
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
Sweden have had 6. So, you know, Swedish songwriters, Irish singer combined, maybe, you know.
It's something we on Eurovision Ireland do like to promote the fact that Ireland's had 7 wins and no one else has.
Yeah,
So
I know.
it'd be nice to make it 8 before someone else makes it to 7. If you see
It
what I mean?
would. Like, I
Yes.
mean, Ireland have some phenomenal talent, but like the Eurovision has just evolved so much since then, you know? Like now, like years ago, it was like, you know, you could stand, sing an amazing ballad with absolutely no graphics, and that was, you know, that was the song. Whereas now, like the graphic screens are just like massive. There's wind machines, smoke machines, like, you know, it's all about, it's nearly, it's a show. You know, each song is like a little show now, whereas years ago I suppose it wasn't so much like that. And I think, you know, you have to evolve with the times as well. And because I know a lot of people in Ireland, like we're very proud of our culture here, you know, we're very proud to be Irish and proud of our traditions and our music culture. Like in Ireland, we have a massive culture of music, you know. And I know a lot of people kind of want to put that into the songs for Eurovision, and I completely understand. Like I get it as well because we're so proud of that. But the Eurovision has evolved so much that we kind of have to evolve with it, you know.
I think you're right there. Back in the 90s, it was a completely different beast to what it is now.
Yeah,
And you're relying on 3 minutes to sell a song, not just to some expert juries based around Europe, but you're trying to sell it to the housewife in Reykjavik and the housewife in Sofia and what have you. And you only get 3 minutes, so you've got to make it, yeah, hopefully 6 minutes, and then 9 minutes. You've really got to make it count. So obviously, you've first got to get through the national final on the 4th of February. Have you had any advice from anyone who's done this before? Because you're up against Brendan, who's represented Ireland, and Janet, who's also been, you know, been in the circus. So have you received any advice on what to expect?
no. Not really. The only thing I've been told is, you know, if it does go on to win, you will be very busy, and you know, or I think RTE have a lot of say in certain aspects of the song and the staging and stuff like that if it does win. Um, but yeah, other than that, I've not been really given much Much advice. I think in my head, I'm more so focusing on the fourth, and hoping to just nail that and really enjoy it, you know. And I mean, if I win, like, wow, I'd be so thrilled. I can't even put it into words. But yeah, for now, I'm kind of focusing on the fourth, and if I get past that, then we'll start thinking about that.
That's the right attitude, one step at a time. Now, Eurovision is a big stage. In fact, the national final is a big stage. You know, you've got, you know, the whole of the audience of Ireland watching, but there will be people watching online, and seeing how it all goes out. What advice do you have for any budding singers and songwriters out there?
Um, Well, I'm not really a songwriter myself. I would love to try and write some music, but I always seem to be just so busy in life that I don't get to actually sit down and have time. Um, but I suppose just keep going. Like sometimes you can feel like a bit disheartened, like maybe things aren't going in your favor, and you're like trudging along this path, and you're like, why is nothing happening? You know? And so I would just say keep the faith and keep working hard. You know, that's my biggest thing. Just work hard, and the good will come to you. Like I feel like I've worked so hard, since I've been actually working at singing since I was 15, like actually doing paid, you know, things since I was 15. I've worked really hard. I've gone off to college twice. I've worked with amazing companies, and yeah, there's been ups and downs. You know, when you feel like you're a bit lost, or you feel like you're just not getting what you want to get, or anything like that. But then these opportunities came to me. Like this opportunity came to me through Instagram. You know, so I would just say keep going.
Keep going. That's yeah, it's a good attitude. So, you're saying you're busy singing. When you're not singing, performing, doing that, how do you spend your free time?
Oh, I get asked this question a lot, and I'm like, free time. What is that? Yeah, so I live in the country, so I like to walk the country. Me and my boyfriend, we go walking a lot with the dogs and stuff like that. So I like doing that. That's kind of my chill out. I love spending time with my family and friends. You know, I like organizing kind of dinner parties. I love cooking, so that's another thing. Yeah, that's kind of how I spend my time. But like, I don't get a lot of free time. But if I ever try and put in like a week of free time, I like to go away on holidays. I love the sun, so I love spending time away on the beach and kind of zoning out from life a bit.
Where's your ideal place for a beach holiday then?
Ooh, I mean, I go to Marbella mostly, and that's where I usually go kind of every year because it's a nice short flight, and I really like it there. But if I was to really choose somewhere that I really wanted to go, I'd probably go to Thailand and then like Dubai on the way back. I've been there a few times and I just love it. I love the food, I love the place. It's amazing. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Now you mentioned you like cooking. We've got a question that we ask everyone we interview, so we're
Oh,
not singling you out. And it's what's your favorite? What's your favorite cake?
my favorite cake. Can I go like dessert, or does it have to be specifically
Go
cake?
on. We prefer a cake, but it can be a dessert. Yeah,
Can cheesecake, can that be cake?
that yes, yep.
Yeah, I like cheesecake. Specifically, I like a crunchy cheesecake.
That's good. That's an original answer. We yeah we've not we've had cheesecake before, but not crunchy cheesecake. So
Yeah,
that's a good one. Good one.
I
Right.
love it.
We haven't got much more to do. So you've mentioned Instagram. Where can we find you on social media?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, Rachel Goode Sings. I have a YouTube channel, Rachel Good Music. I have a Facebook page, Rachel Good Music, and I'm on Twitter as well, Rachel Good. Oh, and I'm on TikTok. You can find me there as well, Rachel Good. I've done a good few TikTok videos over the pandemic. I went a bit mad doing a lot of TikTok videos. I think they're quite funny personally, but
I think over the last 2 years, a lot of us have been doing a lot of stuff on TikTok and Instagram
yeah,
and the likes.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and Zoom, of course. Yeah.
yeah.
So uh, before we finish, it's going to be, have you got a message for the viewers and readers of Eurovision Ireland?
Yes, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that has streamed and the song and listened to the video. I'm totally overwhelmed with the response, and I want to thank everyone for such lovely messages, lovely comments I've got. And yeah, if you're tuning in on the 4th, I hope you enjoy it and vote for I'm Loving Me.
Certainly, we can certainly put that forward. Now, so the national final is in the Late Late Show slot on Friday, the 4th of February, from 9:35 Dublin time.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we're going out to Europe and beyond, so they have to check the local times for where it's going to be. So 9:35 Dublin time, and 6 songs. The best song can win. And we wish you, on Eurovision Ireland and the viewers and readers of Eurovision Ireland, we wish you the very best of luck on Friday.
Thank you so much.
Friday
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll certainly have our fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Okay.